यार वो एक्चुअली स्पोर्ट्स खत्म तब हुआ जब मैंने सिगरेट पीना शुरू किया. ठीक है. On Gangs of Wasipur alone, like I made such great friends. Vicky Kaushal was Clap, Neeraj Gewan was Continuity, Vasan Bala, Taruna Dutt. We knew we were getting into something that was going to be a movement. Greatness is about embracing the flaws. Mediocrity is when you're trying to please everyone. You can't please everyone. And he told Anurag sir, कौन है ये लड़का? तो अनुराग sir हंसल का बेटा है. The only thing that will stick, consistency and perseverance. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Winters.
तो सर कैसे दिल्ली कैसे सर?
ये मत पूछना. नहीं, I am here for work and for you.
Oh my god. But okay.
Flatter हो गया तू तो.
चलो ठीक है तो सर that you come for me. अच्छा मतलब हुआ है. ठीक है. देख रहे हो गाइस मतलब काफी वो हो गया है मेरा अभी रोला हो गया है फिल्म्स फ्रॉम अंडरग्राउंड का. जय मेहता has come from Bombay to shoot with us. So
इसने टिकट भेजा तो आ गया.
हाँ सारा फंड हम ही कर रहे हैं लाइसेंस के भी कोई पैसे दे
ब्रांड पार्टनर.
हाँ
यहाँ ब्लर आएगा बाद में. ठीक है.
Bluetooth guy, if you guys are listening, we're having a coffee. You can later sponsor this whole thing. And चलो guys ठीक है start करते हैं. तो sir like and I'm going to call you Jay.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
हाँ मतलब सर क्यों बुला रहे हैं?
He's so senior as a director.
नहीं what shit man.
ठीक है but rolling and so what I wanted to start with was you know when I went on to Instagram and YouTube मेरे को इतना आपके बारे में मिला नहीं. Like very small podcasts and here and there. And then the only thing I can go to is IMDb. Like कि IMDb किया, Google किया, whatever little things I can try and find out. So we know that you're Jay Mehta and you're in the movie industry and you've directed certain things and you're an upcoming director if I may say so.
Yeah.
Right and but who is Jay Mehta? If you would want to introduce yourself, take us through your journey as to where it all started. बचपन कहाँ बीता, कहाँ गए आप, फिर डायरेक्शन में कैसे आए और पूरा एक if you would
यार ये तो बचपन
स्कूल से कहाँ से
बचपन ही हुआ ना यार.
चलो कॉलेज से
Who am I? What am I?
Yeah, like
and why am I?
and who is Jay Mehta and why is Jay Mehta? I am a filmmaker. I am a storyteller chasing authenticity in a world full of noise, in a world that is busy trying to look for validation over appreciation. I started loving the movies. I always loved the movies. What's not to love about it, right? But did I always think I wanted to get into the movies? No. I think that happened to me a little later in life. I was actually raised as a sportsman. Oh, really?
I was, I played, I was a national level tennis player. I was a state level swimmer. I did a lot of sports and I think that's why my colleges never threw me out. Or my school also chose to keep me on saying कुछ तो कर रहा है. पढ़ाई के अलावा कुछ तो कर रहा है.
यानी मार्क्स में थोड़ा
अरे मार्क्स तो मतलब यार भगवान भरोसे थे एकदम. I was very sheltered by my grandparents. Okay. You know, I have a younger brother, but my younger brother is mentally challenged. Okay. He's Down syndrome. So, I mean, my mom was mostly busy looking after him only 90% of the time.
Okay.
I was raised mainly by my grandparents because my father was always busy. He was shooting, trying to make it. And they were very apprehensive, saying that, we have seen your father struggle. And this is not an industry that's cut out for people like us. And we came from a very simple family, so, not a very big family or anything. We didn't come from a lot of money. So it was just it seemed like a very outlandish thought for us to make it here. But अभी वो ही है कि
एंड ये ट्रांजिशन हुआ कब की?
ये transition-
कि अब यू डिसाइडेड कि स्पोर्ट्स से अब मैं मेरे इसमें थोड़ा
यार वो एक्चुअली स्पोर्ट्स खत्म तब हुआ जब मैंने सिगरेट पीना शुरू किया. ठीक है.
ये तो
It's true.
ये रिकैप में जाएगा.
But it's true. Unfortunately, I wouldn't call them bad company. They're still friends. But we were all bad company to each other. And all of us are struggling to quit. Even today.
All of us.
Yeah.
I smoke I smoke, yeah.
Beep आएगा उधर.
This time? How old were you around this time when you
Decided to
yeah.
work in movies? 17, 18, around that time, yeah.
Quite young. That's also
So I was an AD on my first film as an AD. Like the AD had just finished and I had joined Anurag sir.
Oh, okay.
And I was there for one sked on that, the last bit. And then Yellow Boots, That Girl in Yellow Boots was a movie that I assisted on properly first.
Got it.
I was 18 on that set. I was very young.
So the time people were
Maybe not
colleges,
18, I was
you
maybe
were-
17.
Got it.
Yeah, and then Gangs of Wasipur happened. I turned 18, 19, 20, 21 on Gangs only.
Oh.
That's how long that movie took to come out to the public. It was a long journey. And then I was like, film ही करते हैं, छोड़. And then I was like, I'll jump into it. नहीं पसंद आया तो most of them were hoping that now if he works in it, no, उसको समझ में आएगा, खुद ही भाग के आएगा. लफड़ा क्या है कि मुझे पसंद आने लगा. तो धोखा हो गया सबसे. But the only person that really encouraged me and told me to take it seriously was Hansal sir. He told me like don't ever treat it like it's beneath you. No job on a film set is beneath you. You do everything. Everyone's the same. You treat the spot boy with the same respect that you treat your director.
Got it.
You know, and I feel that sense, and I felt that also in Anurag sir's set. We were all the same, man. No one was above anyone. But see the kind of people, no, like on Gangs of Wasipur alone, like I made such great friends. Vicky was doing clap. Vicky Kaushal was clap. Neeraj Ghewan was continuity.
Fuck.
I was doing casting. I was basically doing everything, and I had worked on the script. So I was on the writing team of the film.
तो ये आपका film school हो गया ना एक?
हाँ, Vasan Bala, Shlok Sharma. You know Shlok, right? He directed Haramkhor and Zoo. And so Shlok was there, Vasan. Dude, the team, Karuna Dutt, who's now an EP. She's a producer. She's worked with Vikram Motwani.
Oh, got it.
You know, and dude, just the kind of the actors also who today are such big actors. They were all first timers, no? Jaideep Alawat.
क्या था मतलब?
Jaideep Alawat FTI से निकला था.
Jaideep Alawat, I feel
Rajkumar.
like Jaideep Alawat, I feel is the best actor right now. For me, my personal taste.
सब थे ना यार.
भाई.
Jaideep Alawat.
Pankaj Tripathi.
Pankaj Tripathi. Manoj Bajpayee was Manoj Bajpayee even on that set. Like he was always a legend. Even when he walked on that set, even though his career had taken a bit of a low, and then it came back with Gangs, but he was still Manoj Bajpayee. He was still like, we would still get intimidated by him being around us.
उनका तो काम पहले का देखा है सबने तो.
Legend आदमी है. He was a legend then, and he has now only solidified that tag.
Yeah.
He was a legend then also.
नहीं वो तो 90 से उन्होंने क्या फोड़ रखा था यार.
Richa Chadha, Huma Qureshi. You know,
a dream set that I had also wanted to be.
And we were all just friends, man, and we were all very young. No one was even in their 30s. Maybe Vasan. Sorry, bye. Sorry. But it's okay. Vasan was 30 then, he's 30 now also.
And Vasan sir ने पेडलर वगैरह बनाई थी उस टाइम या कैसे?
नहीं.
कुछ नहीं उसके बाद ही करा है उसके बाद.
Peddlers happened after that. After that, yeah. Peddlers happened. Yeah, somewhere like I think we finished Gangs, and then around that time, actually, you know what? I don't know. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Peddlers happened after that. But they kind of coincided together when we all went to TIFF, to Toronto Film Festival.
How's that? How's TIFF?
Great. So we finished Wasipur, and then I was done, and then I was looking for more work, and I was like, okay, मुझे काम करना है बाहर अभी, क्या करूँ मैं? तो मुझे I remember I bumped into Sunil Bohra, who's a producer, who was also the producer on Gangs. And he's known as Sunil the Bohra. He's an awesome guy.
Stories on podcasts.
Dude, he's hilarious. He's amazing.
Yeah, crazy.
He's an
guy.
awesome guy, yeah. And we all love him. Yeah. And so I bumped into him in the office and I didn't know who he was. And I was very young. And this is when we were prepping for Wasipur or something, you know.
Cool.
Or after that. वासेपुर से एक्चुअली शूट करके आए थे, एडिट चालू था. तो सुनील जी आए थे एक दिन, तो I saw him, I said, excuse me, yes, you know, I was trying to be the diligent kid in office, not letting people walk in just like that. क्योंकि अनुराग कश्यप के ऑफिस में, अनुराग सर के ऑफिस में यार कोई भी आ जाता था. बहुत लोग कास्टिंग के लिए आते थे. They would keep coming. So I didn't know. We would just like try and keep people we didn't know out as much as we could because we also had to. It was an office at the end of the day. You know.
तो ऐसे लोग चल के खुद मतलब घुस जाते थे, मतलब क्या
लोग आते थे, हाँ हमें एक्टर बनना है या जो भी. It was very nice. It was very, and everyone was welcome.
Yeah,
but after Wasipur and all, it got very intense. It became, there was a lot. But it happened after Devdi. It's not because of Wasipur. Devdi is what made him that big name.
I think what will also happen is like all the young kids who weren't able to make it, अनुराग सर का वो एक सपना बन जाता होगा कि यार शायद थ्रू हिम आई एम एबल टू सॉर्ट ऑफ डू दैट. तो प्रॉब्ली दैट आल्सो कि सारे लोग वहां पहुंचते हो बिकॉज अदर साइड ऑफ द सिनेमा तो बिल्कुल एक्सेसिबल था ही नहीं. आई थिंक
नहीं, एटलीस्ट मेरे लिए तो नहीं था.
हाँ मतलब किसी के लिए भी
मतलब ऐसा भी नहीं था कि नहीं था. My first film as an AD was supposed to be a film that was a Dharma production. But Hansal sir said, but there is another director. You go meet him. And then I had just seen Devdi. And I was like, no brainer है. तो मैं यही करूँगा काम. So then I left that opportunity that I had got to be a DA or you know an intern, set intern.
Got it.
We were just happy to be a part of something that we knew was something that may not be something today, but it is going to be something in time to come.
It was like an investment that you knew.
We knew we were getting into something that was going to be a movement.
Yeah.
And it was going to start here. This is where we were at the epicenter of this movement. That was bursting in like 2010 onwards.
Got it.
And we were there.
And कोई मतलब now that you said, what were these quirks or what were these things that made you believe कि यार अनुराग सर के साथ मैं कर रहा हूँ, है ना? AD कर रहा हूँ कि और मतलब ऐसे कुछ होता है like I was doing some independent AD work long back and similar stuff but on a very very small scale, right?
Yeah.
But I learned so much there, so it was working out for me. But ऐसा क्या था कि you felt कि यार this is going to work, like this man has the balls, this man.
Because of his films. He's always, the fact that he's relentless, he won't stop. You know, and when I joined Gangs of Wasipur, and you know, funny enough, the story that not many people know, so Gangs of Wasipur ka story had actually originally gone to Hansal sir.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Hansal sir told the writers, Zishan and Sachin, that my last film was Woodstock Villa. No one's going to give me money to make this movie. And then he said ki Jay works with Anurag, and you know, I know Anurag, you should go meet him. He's just made Devdi.
Got it.
He's just finished another film called That Girl in Yellow Boots. You should talk to him. He might be the right guy for this. And then I remember taking them and introducing them to Anurag sir at Prithvi Theatre. And he read the 3-page synopsis or the 2-page synopsis that they had, and the first reaction, he was like, ये तो City of God की story है.
Holy shit.
That's the first thing he said.
Right, this meeting
because
changed.
that's what.
This is the meeting.
But he said ये तो City of God है, original थोड़ी है, picture देख चुका हूँ मैं.
Oh.
And then Zishan was adamant, saying, नहीं सर ये true story है, ये मेरे गांव की कहानी है. He's like, कौन से गांव से हो भाई? He's like, मैं भी यूपी का हूँ. ये तुम्हारा कौन सा गांव है? उसने बोला मैं धनबाद से हूँ. बोला वासेपुर मेरा शहर है और ये वहीं के लोग हैं, ये असली लोग हैं. तो he didn't believe him at first, but he said okay ठीक है, it's interesting, let's figure something if this is true. And then he sent me along with Zishan Kadri, Sachin Ladia and Akhilesh Jaiswal to Wasipur. And we lived there for 2 months doing research on the story, and we tried to meet as many, offenders as we could. And we tried to understand.
The whole research was happening.
We tried to understand the coal mafia, and we tried to understand the trade and just how the industry works there.
Okay. And from there, the AD work, from there you got into
From
film?
there, then after that, Sunil ji I met.
Uh-huh.
And Sunil ji said, I asked him, who are you? किससे मिलना है? उसने बोला अनुराग को मिलना है. मैंने बोला वो बिजी है मीटिंग में. उसने मीटिंग में बिजी है? उसको बोल उसका बाप आया है. मैंने बोला क्या बोल रहे हो यार? I said, why are you talking like this? Don't talk like this. ऐसे बोला. He's like, तू कौन है? And then he just moved and he walked in. I said, अरे यार, this guy is so rude. He just went in. And then Sunil ji went inside and asked Anurag sir.
Funny story है यार.
So then he went inside and he told Anurag sir, कौन है ये लड़का? तो अनुराग सर हंसल का बेटा है. And then he came out. तो हंसल जी का बेटा है? हाँ? पापा कहाँ है तेरे? तो मैंने बोला वो लोनावला में. Because he had moved out of Bombay and he started living in Lonavala then. Because after Woodstock Villa, he decided to leave the movies.
Got it.
And then Sunil ji and him got talking, and then I think उन दोनों के बीच में something was brewing. And Hansal sir was working on a script then. And then he came down and he told Sunil ji that I want to make this film.
Got it.
And that was originally Omerta. And Omerta was a script he tried to make for very long and it never got made. And through that struggle of trying to make Omerta, he found the story of Shahid Azmi.
Oh shit.
And he got a writer, Samir Gautam, and he got Samir Roy, and to come on board and write the story. And then, of course, he didn't have the resources or the team and all, and I was an experienced AD by now. So I was hired for no pay, of course. घर की बात है. तुझे घर छत मिलेगा रहने को, खाना मिलेगा. ये हमारा सैलरी होता था तभी. ठीक है, खाना और घर.
Shelter.
Good enough. Back then, I mean, honestly, at 21, you don't really care about money. Money is not a factor at the age of 20, 21. At least not then. Now it's different. Mark Zuckerberg was not an example entirely yet. सोशल नेटवर्क बनी नहीं थी. ठीक है. और एंड देन आई थिंक शाहिद के बाद इज व्हेन थिंग्स चेंज्ड फॉर मी ऑल्सो. I got a lot more responsibility because now क्या है ना, it's very easy to be an AD यार. It's not hard. If you know the basics of how films are made, no, you have no responsibility. Nothing's on your name ना, तेरे कंधे पे. तुम मतलब हाँ, डायरेक्टर पे ही फटेगा. तुमने सही से काम नहीं किया, तुमने कंटिन्यूटी में लोचे कर दिए, फटेगी किसकी? डायरेक्टर की. प्रोड्यूसर आके तुम्हें थोड़ी झाड़ेगा, तुम्हें झाड़ के मिलेगा क्या? घाटा तो डायरेक्टर का हुआ. उसको ही विल हैव टू रीशूट द सीन एंड नॉट गेट अ डे एक्स्ट्रा because of your mistake.
And day extra means so much money.
Money, yeah. And which neither of these filmmakers had the luxury of those budgets then.
Got it.
And Shahid was born, man. Shahid was made. We shot 30 days.
30 दिन में खींच दी.
30 दिन में पूरी पिक्चर बन गई. In छोटे छोटे shoots. 30 दिन मतलब there were days where we shot 2 hours and pack up. Like literally वैसा था. These were not full days of shoot. And we shot 30 days over a year and a half.
Got it.
So it's like चल अभी हंसल सर
एडिट पैरेलली चलता रहता था.
हाँ, it's like हंसल सर ने अभी चल गाड़ी बेच दी तो अब 4 लाख रुपए हैं, तो चल 1 दिन शूट कर, 2 दिन शूट कर लेते हैं.
ठीक है.
तो सुनील जी बोलते हैं यार थोड़े पैसे आए, ये लोकेशन फ्री में मिल रहा है, कर लोगे इधर, क्या कर पाओगे? हंसल सर वुड बी लाइक यहाँ हम वो इंटेरोगेशन रूम शूट कर देंगे. अच्छा है. दैट वाज द गोडाउन ऑफ द लाइट एंड लाइट सप्लायर. लाइट एंड लाइट के गोडाउन में हमने वो इंटेरोगेशन रूम शूट किया. सो इट्स थिंग्स लाइक दैट. एंड वी शॉट द फाइनल कोर्ट, द स्पेशल कोर्ट इन द लाइट एंड लाइट गोडाउन. उनके सारे लाइट्स निकाल के, एंड वी बिल्ट अ कोर्ट इनसाइड देयर गोडाउन विच इज लाइक एन एस्बेस्टोस टिन रूम. But it's about sheer will, man. And I feel what I learned the most from Hansal sir, because see, Anurag sir, when I worked with him, was already riding a wave. Everyone wanted to work with him. Big actors wanted to work with him, and you know, Hansal sir, no one wanted to work with. So when I saw him, and I was like, yaar, here's a man. Now none of us knew this film would turn out to be as good as it did. पहला कट जब हम सबने देखा था, हम सब रोने लग गए कि कैसी पिक्चर बना दी हमने. But then Ansal sir and I think Apurva went and locked themselves up in the edit for like 2 weeks.
Got it.
And it just came out with this gorgeous movie. And we were all just like proud. But we were all in it. Rajkumar didn't take money. Anuj Dhawan is a first time DP. He didn't take any money. None of us, man. We were just doing it. We made the film in 50 lakhs. 50 लाख में फीचर फिल्म बनाई है हमने.
50 लाख में की.
हमने हिमाचल में शूट की और मुंबई में शूट की. एंड lucky for us, Shahid Azmi was a very known figure in, you know, certain areas in Bombay because of the work he had done, the philanthropic work he had done. So all the areas we wanted to shoot in, like Nagpada or like the Govandi slums where he lived, the minute they found out that यार शाहिद भाई की पिक्चर बना रहे हैं, तो वो खुद ही आके हटवा देते लोगों को. हमें लोकेशंस फ्री में मिलने लग गए. We shot in his actual office. His family helped us. We shot in the house he was living in. We shot in his actual house. So all we were trying to do is recreate this man's life because the locations were given to us by the people that we got the story from. So the learning curve was huge, man. I think I really grew up on that one movie. Wasipur was, of course, a different experience altogether. It was a giant, you know, responsibility, and I learned a lot. But I think Shahid is because I was the only one. There were no other assistants as such. I had interns, but they had no experience.
समझ गया.
So it was just like मैं EP था, first AD था, associate था, costumes कर रहा था, मैं सब कर रहा था. Production designer भी था, सब कर रहा था.
तो सीखने को भी बहुत मिलता है. क्रेजी सीखने को.
वहीं पे सीखने को मिलता है.
जो मैंने वहां पे सीखा, हमने 3 साल लग के वो फिल्म बनाई. छोटी सी, उस टाइम नए ये DSLR कैमरास आए थे. तो वी वर लाइक कि भाई
DSLR ने सब बिगाड़ दिया.
हाँ कि ये लेते हैं, चलो शूट करते हैं.
प्रोड्यूसर जो पहले छोटी फिल्म के लिए भी 2 करोड़ की बजट देते थे, जिस दिन DSLR आया ना, बोले 40 लाख में बना देगा पिक्चर. उनके भी बजट गिर गए.
टेक्नोलॉजी इसको अगेंस्ट यूज करते हैं. मतलब ये नहीं कि फॉर एवोल्यूशन.
वो एक अलग कॉन्वर्सेशन है.
मतलब मेरे को ये तो हमेशा लगता है कि लाइक टेक्नोलॉजी इज मेड टू सॉर्ट ऑफ हेल्प अस आउट, नॉट टू मेक अस लेजी, बट इट एंड्स अप मेकिंग अस लेजियर देन वी आर सपोज्ड टू बी. आई थिंक मतलब काम इजी होने के बजाय वो हो जाता है.
think technology has democratized filmmaking.
Definitely.
For you know, the lack of a better word, I feel.
People like us were able to make big things.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, see the kind of Sean Baker. I mean, see the kind of filmmakers that technology has given birth to. It's about how you embrace it.
Of course.
Like you have great filmmakers who embrace the technology and made really bad films. Didn't do great. You know, and we have examples here also.
Good.
You know. Yeah.
But yeah, this was for your introduction. I think ये बहुत आगे चला गया जहाँ मैंने सोचा नहीं था वहाँ भी नहीं. But it was fucking like we have so much insight, like so much actual insight मैंने कहीं सुना नहीं है भाई. I mean, like, this is crazy. This is actually crazy. But ठीक है, मैं सबको बताता हूँ हमको जय मेहता से बात कैसे हुई. There was a reel on Instagram from the Nikhil Kamath podcast show. And it was something about how Bollywood is not making money. And Mr. Jay had commented there कि भाई, so quote, mediocrity makes money, greatness is beyond money.
Yeah.
And मैं वहाँ घूम रहा था, स्क्रॉल कर रहा था, I was like, ये मौका बहुत सही है. I reached out to him and I commented that let's do a podcast. So that is where our sort of collab happened, and he was so kind to us to like sort of come here and do this. So just want you to expand on that comment if you want to,
Yeah, see, I'll tell you what, I have nothing against what they say. I just feel like a lot of the comments that are thrown on some of these reels, are being thrown by people who are influencers and who are currently in a position of privilege. My thing is, would you have said this when you were starting out? would you have said this same thing when you were starting out?
Yeah.
I understand your idea of that passion versus, job has changed today because practicality has hit you. But can you blame people for thinking the other way? Because I'll tell you what, like I think he mentioned like boring jobs pay you better than passionate jobs or
If
passion
you have to
projects.
make money, you
Do a boring job. What is a boring job? You think engineers don't enjoy what they do? They love what they do. It's not boring for everyone.
It's boring for you.
It's boring for an employer, not for a founder, not for a creator. There's a difference. It's what strata of society are you talking about? थोड़ा context दो ना. इतना vaguely बात करोगे तो it's weird, and I feel like it's different. Like today I can say that bro, just get out there and make a movie, man. You have an iPhone ना? तेरे पास iPhone है, पिक्चर क्यों नहीं बना रहा? अरे हलवा है क्या बनाना? मतलब नहीं आसान भाई, नहीं है आसान. और यही बात है कि it takes time, but the only thing that will stick is persistence, consistency, and perseverance. Just be diligent, be disciplined, and be at it. The day you stop trying is the day you fail, because you never made it only. You keep trying. यार कभी ना कभी तो लगेगा. तुम मुझे कह रहे हो तुम डार्ट्स खेल रहे हो, तुम मतलब 6 साल खेलोगे, एक भी बार निशाना नहीं लगेगा तुम्हारा. कभी ना कभी तो लगेगा. वो निशाना लगने के बाद तुम्हारे नेक्स्ट ट्राई में शायद छूट जाए, लेकिन वापस कभी ना कभी तो आएगा ना ब्रो. तो मतलब कोशिश ही करना बंद कर दे आदमी. पैशन में पैसे क्यों नहीं कमा सकता? एंड आई फील लाइक दूसरा क्या है कि ग्रेटनेस वर्सेस मीडियोक्रिटी, राइट? यार ग्रेटनेस इज नॉट अबाउट परफेक्शन. Greatness is about embracing the flaws and going with it.
Getting it.
And I feel like mediocrity is when you're trying to please everyone. You can't please everyone. That's not what you're here to do. आपको validation चाहिए, बात अलग है. But you want to be validated on something you don't believe in. That's your call. I mean, of course, it's each to their own. But I feel like there's a difference. Greatness is never perfect. You will never see the greatest works of art or, even the greatest inventions without their flaws. The iPhone is still not perfect. But it's constantly being reworked. At least now, though, it's turned into a business, but it wasn't always a business.
Yeah, it was also a passion.
It was innovation.
Yeah.
It was innovation. There was a difference. They were trying to build something much larger than a business. The ideology from which the company began was beyond the subscription.
Yeah. And how I also perceived this comment was ki, with FFU also, like as small as a community like ours.
Yeah.
When I would want to please everybody else and be slightly more okay with things that I don't want to do and be slightly more commercial or per se mediocre, it becomes easy for me to make money there. And while I'm trying to do something innovative, it is of course in the starting few years or things won't be appreciated because people would get a little
No, and it's a good example, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, Ranveer Allahabadia does his podcasts, okay? So does Nilesh Mishra, which is the slow interview.
Yeah.
यार दोनों की अपनी जगह है. आप कंपेयर क्यों कर रहे हो? यार ये अच्छा है, लेकिन यार रणवीर का बड़ा मजेदार है, तो ये अच्छा नहीं है क्या? इसका मतलब थोड़ी कि ये बुरा हो गया, बस अलग है. सबके अपने तरीके हैं.
हाँ, exactly.
Why? So I'll tell you what. Greatness
is also weird. Just like वो Marlon.
Yeah, but see, greatness का the thing of greatness is not that. See, greatness क्या है ना? Greatness को उस तरह से मत देखो. Utopian चीज नहीं है. Greatness is about बड़प्पन होता है वो आपका कि you risk being ridiculed, you risk failing, you risk critique.
Exact. And Have you seen that clip of Marlon Brando when he's asked who's the greatest actor, and he just goes like, "That's what's wrong with cinema. I'm not the greatest actor, and I don't understand this race of greatness." I think greatness word in itself is so misconstrued when it comes to general audiences. Like,
yeah, see, greatness is a journey
and can this,
that you never achieve
yeah.
because it is constantly evolving. Mediocrity is exactly where it began. Mediocrity does not evolve. Mediocrity it's a segment, it's not a line.
God. वो शुरू ही नहीं होती और वो खत्म ही नहीं होता.
हाँ.
God.
नहीं, ये खत्म यहाँ होती है, वो खत्म कहीं नहीं होती. वो बनते जाती है. It changes, it evolves over time. The context changes, social stance changes, political, policies, everything. The world changes, and greatness, the meaning of greatness keeps evolving.
And now, just to bring in the context of India cinema to this comment, would you say that commercial cinema is succumbing to mediocrity in order to get commercial success?
Absolutely. It's a one-word answer. Yes.
Fucking I wasn't expecting that. But yeah, you agree?
Yeah. It is succumbing. And it's succumbing, I'll tell you why. Commercial cinema has, the investment in those films is so high. The money that is being pumped to ensure the film gets its money back is so high that the risk versus reward ratio is very small. They can't fail. When you have that kind of money riding on it, you can't fail. So you have to pander. You have to succumb to the tools of marketing, which is you shoot your songs in a way that they can be spliced or framed into a reel. You make songs that have recurring lines that are hooks. हुक्स तो हमेशा होते थे गानों में. अभी तो बस क्या है, जो हुक्स 2 बार आते थे वो अभी 10 बार आते हैं. वो एक ही चीज 10 बार दोहराएगा जब तक, मतलब आप एक हफ्ते तक रोज सुनोगे और फिर एक हफ्ते बाद वापस कभी नहीं सुनोगे. फिर जब भी कोई बजाएगा ना, अरे बंद कर यार, थक गया मैं सुन के. That's not how, but timeless songs don't pander. The songs, like, you have seen films that have not necessarily, pandered, but have stood the test of time. Like, I'll pick up Mehuna today and I'll watch it and I will enjoy it just the way I enjoyed it the first time. It may look old now, but it is still fun because the intention with which it was made was not that to, bro, opening में 100 करोड़ बनाएंगे, तोड़ देंगे, फाड़ देंगे, फ्रैंचाइज करेंगे इसको. क्या फ्रैंचाइज ब्रो? हर चीज फ्रैंचाइज नहीं बन सकती.
मतलब वो स्टार्ट ही टेम्पलेट से करते हैं.
See, so that's the thing. Now it's about also future proofing. This is where, like I said, technology, the digital age has democratized us, but it has also brought in this sea of sameness, where
originality takes,
everyone's making the same thing until the trend changes and then they make the same thing for the next span.
To be very frank sir, and if I may say so, Gangs of Wasseypur में मुझे गालियाँ अच्छी लगी थी, पर उसके बाद इतने pointless 10 शो निकले हैं जिसमें फालतू में बस
शो नहीं, फिल्म है. कितनी फिल्में निकली है उसके बाद, that were all set in बिहार. और सब अरे देख गाड़ में डाल देंगे तुम्हारी, यही कर रहे हैं. मतलब ऐसा
मतलब मेरे को लगता है इतनी प्यारी चीज है गाली निकलवाना, क्योंकि इतना मुश्किल भी है. इट्स अ डबल एज स्वॉर्ड.
No, but see, also notice one thing. The bad words in Wasseypur, maybe today, I haven't watched it in a while, but at least to what I remember the film being, the bad words never came across as crass. They were not, see again, they were not written for effect. They're not like कि there we have shows now that like expletives मतलब max, right? But those are being used for effect to cover weak writing.
वो मतलब ऐसा है ना कि ओ ये ऐसे डालना पड़ेगा, वो ऐसे नहीं था कि भाई ये डालते हैं
नहीं.
वो
हाँ नहीं, वो क्या है कि अभी यार सीन में मजा नहीं आ रहा है, एंड में बोल दे इसकी माँ चोद दूंगा, खत्म. मजेदार कट पॉइंट मिल गया, मजा आएगा. लाइक यू आर डूइंग एवरीथिंग फॉर इफेक्ट, You're not doing it because the character demands it, or the situation, or the scene, or the world of the film that you've created demands it. You're doing it for effect. So that I feel is where approaches have changed, which is why things like films like Gangs of Wasseypur, or legal dramas also, like say a film like Chaitanya Tamane's Court, or even Ansal Sir's Shahid. Yeah, these films are timeless because after that everyone has tried to make courtroom dramas, and you have ended up making films like, okay, I enjoyed Pink to an extent. I enjoyed it, but then after Pink, which was the first maybe courtroom drama of that type that did really well, uske baad the amount of courtroom dramas that came that looked like I was watching a television serial, just feels like, yeah, guys, come on, yaar.
Why do you have to fucking ruin
One, have you ever been to a court? Have you seen what a sessions court looks like here?
मैं ग्लैमराइज्ड कोर्ट तो देखे ही नहीं, मुझे तो लगता है थोड़े दिन में
भाई
कोर्ट
कौन
में
से
ही रास्ते पे लोग आ जाएंगे।
कटघरे भाई कहाँ होता है?
हाँ,
वो साइड में खड़े रहते हैं बस, वो ऐसे, हाँ जी, ओके नेक्स्ट डेट, वो भाई बात भी नहीं करता,
हाँ, सारी हियरिंग
आर्ग्यूमेंट भी नहीं होती है, कुछ नहीं होता। वो आते हैं, अच्छा डिफेंडेंट, ओके प्लीज कम अप, रोहित वर्सेस जय, हाँ आ गए, नेक्स्ट डेट 2 अक्टूबर, सीधा
इतना ड्रामा
मिलॉर्ड, ऐसे ऐसे कुछ नहीं होता भाई, इतना कोई हमारे यहाँ, बट वी डोंट हैव अ ज्यूरी सिस्टम, our law is very different. It's based on facts, it's based on proof. We don't work, it's not an emotional court. It's not an American court. It's not, we don't fight cases like that.
मतलब बहुत weird है, मतलब मेरे को तो पिंक में भी थोड़ा लगा, पर वो मैं कहूँगा चलो ड्रामेटिक क्रिएटिव फ्रीडम कहते हैं या क्या कहते हैं।
But Pink was at least trying to be honest. It was being honest to its style.
Yeah.
It's not doing धामे नहीं, वो नहीं कर रहा। like जो अपने टाइम में ठीक था यार, तुम देखो these films, दामिनी हो या जो हो, जिस जमाने में बनी थी ना, तुम देखोगे कि दामिनी जैसी फिल्म, like the story of the film, the intention was not to make a gadar.
Yep.
The intention was to make a courtroom drama that is impactful and that may bring about some change. Try and make something difficult to hear in the most accessible way possible, because not everyone has the threshold to listen to violence or watch it, or like when you want to see a film, if someone makes a film about like rape or anything like that, there's a degree to how much you can handle. There are times when I have seen films that are so graphic, it's like, bhai, nahi dekha ja raha mujhse. Like, I can't see this. It's too much. It's almost triggering. And being a man, I find it triggering.
Yeah. But in fact, so many body horror movies. मैंने एक हफ्ते पहले टाइटेन देखी, और मैं तो सब देख लेता हूँ, तो भाई मेरे तो फट गई। मैंने
सब्सटेंस देखी।
सब्सटेंस मुझे बॉडी हॉरर, टू बी ऑनेस्ट, इतना नहीं लगा।
वो बॉडी प्लेजर था वो। But then I read about the film and then I found out all those body shots were prosthetics.
हाँ, वो सब मैं भी थोड़ा बहुत रिसर्च कर रहा था, पर
But everything was prosthetic. They have done no nude scenes. None of the actors have done nude scenes. They're all prosthetics. All the nudity you've seen in the film, they're all prosthetics because they're supposed to look perfect, no?
Yeah.
So those are prosthetics. That's when I felt cheated. I was like, in my head, it felt really good.
That's a good trick.
But cool, right?
Yeah, they're very funny.
See, but that's the thing, no? That's how you do. It's at least trying to reinvent something.
हाँ यार, मतलब ट्राई तो किया, मतलब मेरे लिए वर्क नहीं करी फिल्म, इज अ वेरी, पर मैंने देखने में इंटरेस्टेड था ना।
But Substance is also like trying to be a sexy movie, and it is a sexy movie, and it works, man. It's a great.
मजा आया मेरे को, enjoyed it, but हाँ, मतलब.
But Substance यहाँ नहीं बनेगी।
इंडिया में कहाँ बन सकती है सर?
खुद अरे देख,
इसलिए नहीं आता यहाँ पे बैठ के अपना ये कर रहा हूँ।
कैसे बनेगी भाई? कौन देखेगा?
कोई.
Will your family go watch a film like Substance? So then why would anyone make it?
And there are not even movies and all of these networks who will produce it or have the distribution power to pull it off. Like, मतलब खैर दो again लंबी other conversation हाँ but ठीक है, हाँ Substance पे और movie references पे दोबारा आते हैं. अभी the next question of mine is very basic, very social.
Sorry, coming back to the greatness bit, no, and mediocrity bit. I'll tell you the other thing about greatness is, or anything about being a filmmaker. and if you're trying to do something beyond, and is to stick to your vision and see it through till the end, even if nobody else sees it. If I make a film, I have to believe in it. Because if I don't believe in what I'm making, how am I going to try and make you believe in it? Why would I expect you to buy into something I don't believe in?
Definitely.
How am I going to go out there and tell you that we made this film with a lot of hard work, man? Please go watch it. I'm pretty sure it'll be worth your time. It'll be worth your while. I promise you. And if you don't like it, give me your money back. Simple. Conviction hoti hai. And if you don't believe in it, why would you expect someone else sitting in a theater who doesn't know you from Adams to believe in it? And honestly, whether a lot of big filmmakers agree with it or not, your conviction shows. Your lack of interest shows. When an actor looks disinterested, it shows. So dude, if you don't enjoy what you are doing, stop doing it. There are things to do in life, man. You know, you gotta you have to be gracious.
Sake of it कि अब शुरू कर
You have to
दिया.
be graceful, man. You gotta be graceful. You can't live forever. And if there is someone else who is trying and who has the capability of doing as well, maybe better, you should be happy for it. Don't try and pull them down or, because it happens a lot. A lot of people work against certain actors to not get certain parts, or certain directors think, like if I am trying to approach a big actor, there is another director who's trying to poison that actor to not work with me. सिंह यहाँ उसके साथ फिल्म करेगा मतलब लफड़े हो जाएंगे, हमें डेट्स नहीं मिलेंगे 2 साल तक. तो तेरे को क्या भरोसा तेरी फिल्म करेगा वो? करने देना उसको मेरे साथ फिल्म, क्या जा रहा है तेरा? तुम किस बात का डर रहे हो भाई? तुम 20 साल से फिल्म बना रहे हो, मैं 2 साल से बना रहा हूँ.
तो ऐसा होता है?
ऑफ कोर्स होता है, हर जगह होता है,
हर इंडस्ट्री में है.
हर इंडस्ट्री कंपटीशन है यार. सी दिस इज
कॉर्पोरेट ऑफिस में चले जाओ.
सी देयर आर 2 थिंग्स, देयर इज हेल्दी कंपटीशन एंड देयर इज अनहेल्दी कंपटीशन. Healthy competition, totally fine. Make a movie, do the best you can, may the best person win. But not at the cost of pulling someone down just so you can shine.
मेरे तो दिमाग में भी नहीं आती हैं ऐसी चीजें, पता नहीं कैसे मतलब.
वही ना, see, so that's the thing. I have never even thought about being vindictive towards someone. I'm just happy.
Yeah.
Like when my friends, like I have friends who, we've grown up together and stuff, and they're making films. Like I have a childhood friend who's become a cinematographer. And we have been film buddies. Like we've been watching movies since we were in like the 4th standard or 5th standard.
That's the best
Every day, right?
Yeah.
He is today one of the top cinematographers in the industry. We have not worked even once. There's no bad blood. We keep talking. Every time I call him and say, यार सुन हर्षवीर मेरी फिल्म शूट करेगा या शो शूट करेगा, यार मैं ये कर रहा हूँ, मैं नहीं कर पाऊंगा, I can't do it. I am already committed to this, and right now after this I will be done in 2 weeks, but I don't want to do anything for the next 5 months. I need a break. No hard feelings. Okay, I get it. Arey, it's okay. I'm happy for you that you are busy, boss. No one is happier than me. We've grown up together, bro. You're doing so much work. I'm cheering for you, bro. I want your stuff to do well. I'm not going to try and I'm not going to go and say, fuck, he's got an attitude, man.
ये अच्छा दोस्त नहीं है.
नहीं, दोस्त नहीं, मतलब it's gone to his head. अरे, why is it gone to his head just because he wants to take 5 months off? Yeah, if he's worked his ass off, maybe he deserves 5 months off, man. Let him take it. 3 महीने में शायद खुद ही बोल दे कि यार घर पे नहीं बैठा जा रहा मुझसे. खुद ही बोलेगा.
भाई कर ही लेता यार शायद. हाँ. टाइम तो दो, वो स्पेस तो दो बंदे को रियलाइज.
And it's okay, यार. You can. I feel like people should get less offended in life generally. People get offended very easily.
बहुत easily. I mean, मेरे को तो समझ नहीं आता जब कुछ होता नहीं भी है, people just keep getting offended for no reason at things.
Because people have now suddenly have a voice.
And I mean, I don't know, if I just go out there and just do something, it's not against any, even if I do a neutral thing, it will offend somebody or the other. And I've seen with small things that I've done, FFU पे इतने मतलब आ जाते हैं हिटर, मेरे को तो समझ नहीं आता है क्या मतलब इसमें क्या हो गया. मतलब ये तो इतनी छोटी सी चीज है, इसमें
हाँ.
क्यों वो है, और उसमें भी ऑफेंड हो जाते हैं लोग, तो पता नहीं
I
हाँ,
feel,
but
yeah,
it's true.
I feel getting offended is
And imagine comedians.
small people
Yeah.
get offended.
Definitely,
That's
definitely.
it's that simple.
मतलब आप कॉमेडियंस को देखो,
अगर तुम बड़े इंसान हो ना तुम एम्ब्रेस करोगे, अगर तुम छोटे इंसान हो ना यू विल बी पेटी अबाउट इट.
हाँ मतलब क्या ऑफेंड होना भाई, भूल जाओ 2 मिनट में, योर माइंड कैन गेट स्टिमुलेटेड टू 100 अदर फकिंग
यार dude, you have to see the amount of people. I got a lot of people were like, you know, अरे ये तो कैप्टन फिलिप्स का एकदम लग रहा है. मैंने बोला भाई कैप्टन फिलिप्स, कैप्टन दिलीप. मैं सामने से बोल रहा हूँ. मैंने टाइम पास के लिए एक रील भी बनाया, इफ कैप्टन फिलिप्स और मेड इन इंडिया.
कितना आता होगा वो सब.
नहीं तो मैंने तो डाला इफ कैप्टन फिलिप्स और मेड इन इंडिया, फिर मैंने अपना डाला. ऐसा बनता. You know, टॉम हैंक्स है लेकिन रजत कपूर आएगा. ठीक है.
While knowing the fact that it can get interpreted as something कि ये तो कॉपी किया है कैप्टन फिलिप्स का, I think it takes a lot of balls to still go and do it with originality, knowing कि भाई इसको अगर ऑडियंस अपनी ढूंढनी होगी तो ढूंढ लेगा. So
हाँ मतलब यार
I mean that
ऑडियंस ढूंढने की भी बात नहीं है भाई. अगर मुझे कुछ गलत लगता ना इसमें, मैं नहीं करता ना.
बट आपको डर नहीं लगा कि भाई ये तो सब कह देंगे कि फिर कैप्टन फिलिप्स की कॉपी है?
बट ऑल दे नीड टू डू वाज वॉच बियॉन्ड द फर्स्ट एपिसोड टू नो इट्स नॉट दैट, because it's not the story of a hijacking, it's the story of a man who lives in Somalia who's trying to safeguard a consignment that is supposed to come into Somalia. It's not a hijacking drama.
Yeah.
It's a series, bro.
मैंने
It's not
अनफॉर्चुनेटली देख नहीं पाया.
very bad.
हाँ सॉरी, परसों ही हमारी बात हुई, मेरे को देखना था रात भर, बैठ के देख नहीं पाया.
ठीक है कोई बात नहीं है, देख ले. इट्स ऑनलाइन फॉर एवर.
हाँ मतलब देखना है.
मैं टेलीग्राम की लिंक भेज दूंगा तुझे. नहीं मजाक कर रहा हूँ, नहीं भेजूंगा. हॉटस्टार पे देखना.
गाइस ये तो देख लेना बस. मेरे को देख, अच्छा पूछो, मैंने सिर्फ ट्रेलर देखा है, सॉरी.
ठीक है.
बट ट्रेलर में वो डिक्की वाला शॉट है, तो वो टैरेंटिनो से इंस्पायर्ड था. वो डिक्की खुलती है, वो कुछ निकालने और शुरू
नहीं यार
था क्या
यार मैं बताऊं, वो इतना स्टेपल सा शॉट है ना कि हाउ एल्स डू यू शूट अ शॉट लाइक दैट. वैसा था.
वो ये कैमरा कहाँ डालोगे आप फिर?
मैं यार मुझे बस चाहिए था कि इट शुड लुक फन एंड कूल, तो मैंने बोला डिक्की में डाल दिया. ठीक है डाल दिया. इतना कौन सोचता है यार, लाइक टैरेंटिनो जैसा उसने वो शॉट किया. इतना कौन सोचता है ब्रो. अच्छा लग रहा था कर दिया. अभी वो होगा, किसी ने तो किया ही होगा यार.
ये पता है मेरे को भी है, मतलब और मतलब इन नॉट एनीथिंग अगेंस्ट क्रिटिक्स और क्रिटिसिज्म और फिल्म अकेडमी, पर मैं कई बार फिल्म स्क्रीनिंग्स करता हूँ और हम अकेडमिक डिस्कशंस भी करते हैं. ठीक है, तो इतनी इंटरप्रिटेशन निकल जाती है कि गॉडफादर की बिल्ली इधर से कैसे आके उधर बैठी, तो इसका ये मेटाफर था और ये था और ये था. एंड मतलब probably not, I don't know, but
yeah people read into things way beyond what we have even imagined. Like there are things that were said in one of our reviews that यार मैंने पढ़ा, मैंने बोला अच्छा या you're right, ये सब सोचा था हमने. नहीं सोचा था. तुमने तो अलग ही मतलब निकाल दिया. मैंने बोला वाह, ये तो this is better than what we had thought of. So now I'm going to use this. Say yes, you're right. Actually, we wanted to.
I think वो कौन थे, अकीरा कुरोसावा थे ना, जिन्होंने कहा कि अब सब पूछ रहे थे आपने ऐसा शॉट क्यों लिया, ऐसा क्यों लिया. उन्होंने कहा यार राइट में ट्रेन जा रही थी तो मैंने कैमरा इधर पैन कर दिया बस. That's about it. But yeah.
For us it was mostly lighting continuity. It's like वो डिक्की से शॉट ले, क्योंकि उसके जस्ट बाद वाला जो सीन था ना हम शूट कर चुके थे, उसमें टॉपसन नहीं था. सडनली टॉपसन था, तो जाल ने बोला सुन अंदर से ले तो पता ही नहीं चलेगा. ठीक है ले ले.
कंटिन्यू के यहाँ सोच रहा हूँ भाई टैरेंटिनो से इंस्पायर होंगे जैसे.
नहीं पर टैरेंटिनो से क्यों इंस्पायर नहीं होगा यार. ही इज सो गुड.
ओके, तो अब नाउ कमिंग बैक टू माय थर्ड पार्ट ऑफ द थिंग. तो सर जब भी मैं बचपन से इंटरव्यूज देखता हूँ ना डायरेक्टर्स के, और मैं बहुत इंटरव्यूज देखता था बचपन में, क्योंकि मतलब 18-19 साल का था, टैरेंटिनो से इंट्रोड्यूस हुआ है ना, तो उसके सारे देख लिए. तो वैसे ही सारे फिल्म मेकर्स देखे, तो मेरे को एकदम होता था यार ये कौन है, कैसे करता है, राइट. तो मेरा सबसे ज्यादा इंट्रीग होता था कि सर रूटीन क्या रहता है. तो
हम क्या करते हैं उठ के?
हाँ, क्या मतलब, एंड मुझे पता है जनता को भी पता करने का मन बड़ा करता है. आई नो बड़ा वेग सा बड़ा फालतू सा सवाल लगेगा आपको कि ये रूटीन पूछ रहा है यार मेरे से, इतनी दूर से आया, मैं रूटीन थोड़ी बताऊंगा. बट
रूटीन मतलब
जनरली आपका रूटीन कैसा रहता
तुम्हें जवान लड़के को पूछने की जरूरत है उसकी रूटीन क्या है?
है? बट स्टिल मतलब कि क्रेजी हेक्टिक होता है.
I wake up. I try and wake up early. My life revolves between waking up with doubt, saying मैं काम करना है मुझे, करूं? नहीं, पहले खा लेता हूं, फिर खाता हूं. Lots of self doubt. Then it what do you say? I spend most of the rest of my day trying to chase clarity, and then by 7 p.m. I will actually start writing after waking up at 8 a.m.
God.
and then I will write for an hour maybe and be like, yaar, I'm drained. And yeah, and coffee helps.
Cigarettes and coffees and
Coffee helps, yeah. Anxiety helps, pressure helps, deadlines help.
deadlines definitely help.
I feel like I work best under pressure, and chaos is my natural state of being.
Got it.
I may look like very like
Calm person.
calm and all, but I'm super ADHD.
So moving on, next question. Well, now I'll get into your direction, your work.
Oh
and
my God.
things like that.
हाँ.
And the process of things, right? तो मतलब जैसे मैंने बॉन्ग जोंग हूँ, मेमोरीज ऑफ मर्डर वाले.
What a film. क्या बता, क्या कह दिया तूने? हाँ
टॉप
ठीक.
5 फिल्म्स. उनका कोई इंटरव्यू आ रहा था, मैं सुन रहा था कि उन्होंने ओकजा बनाई थी. तो उनसे पूछा था कि विजन कैसे आता है, तो ही सेड कि भाई मेरे को तो काला डॉट सा दिखा था. ओकजा अगर आपने फिल्म देखी है तो उसमें काला डॉट में ड्राइव कर रहा था दिखा. फ्रॉम देयर द विजन स्टार्टेड फॉर हिज फिल्म ओकजा. लाइक हाउ डज इट स्टार्ट फॉर यू, लाइक you know the whole process of things, like the you know कि ये click हुआ, अब मैं ये film
I think so. I don't watch as much as I read. And there was a time when I used to drive a lot. I've stopped driving now, but when I used to drive, it was a great time for me to be with my own thoughts and
yeah.
think. But now I feel like a lot of my ideas are born out of things like simple dialogue. Like there are some things that just move you, and I feel like if I can encapsulate that feeling into an entire film, what that writer was so great enough to be able to put it in one sentence, if I can just capture that and put it into an entire movie, that is great. And so yeah, I really like good dialogue. I think dialogue is and music's my thing.
ये मैंने सुना था कि आप म्यूजिक लिख के भी देते हैं एक्टर्स को. And
I give them, and most of the music I have in like say Scam or even Lutire was more or less composed before we even started shooting.
अच्छा, पहले से स्क्रैचेस या पूरे बना के
हाँ, more or less it was all done before we were on set. So on set I would get a speaker and play it for them to understand the pacing of the scene and all.
Understood. And like Phil, how do you go about distributing that vision, that idea, that feeling that you, as you said, has gotten to you and you want to distribute it over a film? So how do you go about it with art department and cinematography and say costume?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't say anything to them.
You don't.
No,
You send the script.
I never have a brief.
Okay.
I first give them the script or I read it out to them in the way I am hearing the character speak, and then I tell them that you give me your deck or whatever, and you sit and tell me what you thought or what you think should be in this scene. Because I am not going to sit and tell a production designer how to do their job. I am hiring them because I want them to bring something to the table. If I'm going to tell my cinematographer कि ब्रो यहाँ से ये शॉट चाहिए, ये शॉट लगा और यहाँ से ट्रैक कर, तो मैं खुद ही कर दूँ ना, उसकी ज़रूरत क्या है मुझे. I want him to read the scene and say, hey man, you know, Jay, let's do it from here, let him walk in from here, and let's show it. The pacing will be good, it'll look better, and you know, we'll be able to convey a little more through. I want to see what you bring to the table, man. I don't always know everything.
Yeah.
You know, the production designer will work in tandem with the costume designer and will decide that, you know, okay, this scene is happening in this location, we've seen the location, so listen, let's get complementing colors. Because what we need is, in this scene, the importance of the scene is that the face needs to stand out, not the aesthetic. So let's get the colors that help us maximize the light and enhance the performance rather than the surrounding.
So just a general direction, as it legit direction.
I
that
do
you
nothing,
nudge
dude.
them in.
I do nothing. I work with people who genuinely want to work on
Film sets.
something that I have pitched to them. I pitched to everyone. I was like, तू ये कहानी है, करोगे? पसंद आई तो कर. नहीं पसंद आई मत कर. You want to work with people that want to genuinely do it, not do it because they think it's going to pay them. The money will follow, yeah. The money, you will of course get paid. You're not going to, no one's asking you to do it for free. But I really need you to invest time in this.
Energy.
Yeah, just give me the luxury of your time and your experience
Talent.
to bring this and make this look its best.
God.
Yeah.
And say you narrated the script to them and they've done their thing, they come back to you with their decks or whatever their ideas is after the recce and all of that. How do you bring it all together? I know
I just sit with them. I sit with them and I'm just like, do you think this is good? I just tell them, see, I have reservations with certain things which I think will not look good in the aesthetic I'm seeing it in. I'll straight away tell them, like, these colors don't work for me. It's looking too tacky. I don't want it to look like this. It needs to look less like a set. I hate locations that look like sets.
You like real locations also?
I also only shoot on real locations. I never shoot on a set. Rarely. And if the set ends up looking like a set, then I will cancel the shoot, but I will not shoot on it.
Crazy.
मैं shoot cancel कर दूंगा if it doesn't look real. I will not shoot on something that looks like a set. And I know a lot of people that when they build a set, they want it to look like क्या set बनाया. So I'm not here to flaunt how good the set is. Like, none of the work we have ever done has been given best production design credit. But the truth is, all of it is production design. Every single wall in Lutere, in the ship, the deck color of the ship, it's all been painted. That entire sequence in the bathroom, those corridors have been built just so the walls have been padded with like this thick thermocol like material and been painted over just so when the actors are hitting against it, they don't get hurt. But you can't even tell. Because that's how seamless their job is. That's what they're putting.
And who was the production designer?
Shraddha Vasugavde and Prashant Ray.
Crazy.
First timers. This was their first as independent production designers. They were Mayur's assistants.
Crazy.
So they're fantastic.
मतलब शिप पे शूट करना तो मतलब मेरे को मतलब पता नहीं मेरा
वो bathrooms देखे हैं जहाँ पे वो लोग घूमते रहते हैं in the if you've not seen. So there are lots of a lot of scenes take place in this one loo. That entire bathroom, that toilet is a set. And it was built on the ship. We shot in the ship only. उसने set बनाया था हैंगर में. शिप के हैंगर में वहीं से सारी चीज़ें निकाल के यहाँ डालिए. Replicate किया है उन्होंने सेम चीज़ को just because we needed to have the flooring be safe when the actors are going to fall and shit, because my action also is not choreographed.
Was it difficult to convince everybody कि real ship पे करेंगे या ऐसे studio कम use करेंगे?
नहीं. Real ship मेरा contingency था.
Okay.
I said, I will do it if we shoot it on a real vessel. Because building a ship was not an option. We didn't have that kind of money.
Got it.
Well, a ship is one thing, then you need VFX, no?
Yeah.
To show the pani outside.
Yeah, okay. Crazy. Lot of insights for me. Lots of learning.
Yeah, don't handhold everyone. Look for collaborators, not employees.
Got it.
Don't be an employer. Be someone that gives them the space to do what they've been trained to.
And
They are not वो laborer नहीं है. They are not guys laying bricks. They're not bricklayers. They're collaborators. They're artists.
ठीक है. Now that we've gotten into a bit of what direction from you feels like. Small segue into ad filmmaking, just because I am an ad filmmaker and that's the only experience right now I have, except for some indie films here and there. So, what do you think about ad films? I love filmmaking of any form. I love ad filmmaking also. Like when I'm on a set, I fucking love it. Okay, but my only thing with ad filmmaking is the whole end product of it feels very futile in the sense कि आपने पूरा क्रू बनाया, एक दिन का शूट हो रहा है 1 करोड़ रुपए का, ठीक है, एक दिन ही मिलता है, ठीक है, 1 करोड़ रुपए लगा हुआ है, शूट हो रहा है, इतना ब्यूटीफुल सब है और इतना एक्टिंग करा है, इतना डायरेक्शन करा, सारे आर्टिस्ट आए मिलके ना, एंड में आटा बेच दिया. तो मेरे को वो प्रोसेस थोड़ा ऐसा लगता है कि यार
फ्यूटाइल लगता है.
हाँ कि ऐसा है. व्हाट आर
तुम मतलब बट एडवर्टाइजिंग में व्हाई आर यू लुकिंग फॉर सिनेमैटिक एक्सप्लोरेशंस? It's advertising. Your job in an ad, like filmmakers like us, we call advertising speed dating. It's like जो तुम 3 घंटे में करते हो वो तुम्हें 30 सेकंड में करना है. Convey it, but the difference here is your job is not to tell your story or show off your filmmaking skills. Your job is to ensure people buy the product you are trying to sell. Why are you going in trying to showcase your skill set? Because tomorrow, if people actually buy the product, you've done your job right. Okay. You've done it well. You're a good ad filmmaker. Yeah. If the product sells. You know, वो फेविकॉल का ad था, पकड़े रहना, छोड़ना नहीं, वो सब. Dude, these ads were like legendary. They have become, वो छप चुका है ना तुम्हारे मेमोरी में. Fevikwik, chip, वो सब all those ads were like legendary, no? Why would you try and make like this arty film out of it? Like it's not meant to do that.
मेरे को लगता था कि कल्चरल रेलेवेंस कई बार मारा जाता है एंड ब्रांड ओवरटेक कर जाता है. तो
भाई अभी ब्रांड के लिए ही तो बना रहे हो तुम. वही थिएटर के लिए थोड़ी बना.
एंड व्हाट वुड बी योर फेवरेट एड फिल्म्स आजकल जो आ रही हैं उनमें?
अय्यप्पा,
anything, no? Like same. Jindal Steel you saw.
That new one, beautiful.
So
but my
Instamart?
No, the Jindal, the Steel. Gorgeous ad. But see, he's one of the very few that go outside the spectrum of usual advertising, and manages to make and do this stuff. Whereas my favorite ad by Ayyappa is the one with Khali. What, the cement? Ambuja?
वो तो भाई crazy.
Is that Ambuja cement? It's a cement ad only. I know that.
And I think
Ayyappa is just very, very good, man.
Yeah.
I really wish I got to see that show he'd made.
I have.
Government, he'd made a series with Irfan Khan.
सुना था, there was a podcast I think जिस पे आए थे तो.
He'd made a series with Irfan Khan and then he had to change the cast, unfortunately, because he fell very sick, and then he reshot the entire show with Manav Kaul. And the show's ready, apparently.
He did mention
it. Just won't see the light of day, unfortunately.
What? The nod. Getting it.
Reasons above us.
Yeah.
Government.
कुछ नहीं guys. State of cinema was my next segment.
Current state of cinema?
Yeah, so ठीक है. And मतलब I think we've already touched upon it, but what do you think the current state of cinema is? And do you feel cinema is losing any kind of its essence to commercialism or anything like that?
Yeah, it is. It is. There is no denying that it is, but it is all part of evolution. I think this will happen. It's a phase. and sooner or later people are going to get tired of it and something new will happen.
Yeah.
It'll evolve. People are going to get tired of this.
Yeah.
This whole reel thing and all is short-lived. There will be something else tomorrow. Reels आज 30 सेकंड के बन रहे हैं, परसों 30 सेकंड की रील भी बोरिंग लगने लगेंगे, लोग को 5-5 सेकंड में हो जाएगा. लोग ऐसे ऐसे करेंगे, हो गया, नाइस.
Do you think that
5 million likes.
impact filmmaking?
It is impacting.
The attention spans are getting smaller. And
But know this, know one thing. All of this stemmed from this one form.
Definitely.
तो आप कितने भी वेरिएशंस कर लो, कितने भी बच्चे बना लो, बाप बाप होता है.
Definitely, in all its nature and its all its form, it's storytelling. जो
What are these? These are people who've shot, I don't know, they've shot 3-minute songs and put 30-second reels. They've all come from a longer source only. Very few of them are genuinely original and have been devised from, and most of them are people trending on stuff that is being made on a larger platform. These are people mouthing dialogues of films or dancing to songs that are in films.
Yep.
Or playing covers of songs that are, you know.
How much do you scroll?
A lot. Off late, yeah. Off late it's been quite a bit. But fuck it, I like it.
You like it?
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
मेरे को भी इतना off नहीं लगता.
It does. There are times I feel that it takes me away from my work. But it depends on how I start my day. If it's the first thing I do, then that's what I'm going to do the rest of the day.
मेरा ये रहता है कि I sort of like Instagram पे scrolling करना because not in way कि पूरे दिन करते रहो, but मेरा तो सही रहता है क्योंकि like for a fact मेरा एक वीक बहुत ज़्यादा hectic था. I didn't have time to sit down and watch a movie. तो मैं 15 मिनट scrolling करके I used to just refresh myself.
Yeah.
बिल्ली के साथ खेला अपना बढ़िया हो गया मस्त एकदम. So yeah, I mean I don't feel that bad.
I think this is what it is now.
Yeah. I think
I have lived a non-scrolling time and I'm living through a scrolling time and I like the scrolling time more.
yeah, it's just in your hand. हाथ में हिला.
वो हाँ.
ठीक है सर.
He's
आगे बढ़ते हैं.
ambidextrous है.
और अब मैं आता हूँ ये छोटा सा क्विक क्वेश्चंस पे रैपिड फायर जैसे बोलते हैं, क्या बोलते हैं, जो ठीक है whatever fuck.
हैम्पर मिलेगा नहीं. ठीक है. अरे नहीं, मजाक कर रहा हूँ. ठीक है.
ठीक है सर. तो वन एंड दिस इज फॉर कम्युनिटी ऑल्सो, जो हमारा FFU फिल्म्स फ्रॉम अंडरग्राउंड है, ठीक है. तो उसमें हम एक्चुअल में ट्राई करते हैं रीजनल फिल्म्स हो गई, जो भी फिल्में दबती जा रही हैं, मतलब दिखती नहीं है, उनको जाके हम स्क्रीन कर देते हैं. तो वही हमारा एक एजेंडा है. और सोशल मीडिया कंटेंट भी कर रहे हैं जस्ट टू मेक इट मोर एक्सेसिबल. बट दिस विल गो ऑन आवर रील्स एंड ऑल. ठीक है. तो सर वन अंडररेटेड फिल्म यू वांट एवरीवन टू वॉच.
अरे बाप रे, ये तो इतना ये है.
हाँ, ये
One underrated film. It's a film that's good. Why would it be underrated?
ये तो थोड़ा बहुत तो होता है.
होता है क्या?
अंडररेटेड रह जाती है मतलब.
I think, yeah, but see na, eventually these films have got their acclaim.
हाँ, वो
If
time
not
के
from
बाद-
if not from a box office perspective, they have got
Cult
found the
following,
love.
yeah.
Yeah. So underrated तो हो नहीं सकता अच्छा फिल्म. ओम दरबदर मैं कहने नहीं वाला हूँ. ये बहुत बुरी फिल्म है, पता नहीं लोगों को पसंद क्यों आती है.
अच्छा ऐसा क्या?
बहुत बुरी है यार.
मैंने देखी नहीं है. मेरे को
It's such a stoner movie. I don't get it. I don't get the genius of it. Everyone like swears by it and says, क्या फिल्म है, क्या उसमें it's beyond you. Like you have to get there to understand. I was like, bro, I don't think I'm ever getting there.
I think ये मेरा नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन का सवाल है. वन ओवररेटेड फिल्म. तो वन ओवररेटेड फिल्म ओम दरबदर.
Oh, yeah, 110%. It's an overrated classic apparently. Like in that sense, people
God.
think of it as a classic. It's not.
एंड वन फिल्म
Underrated film. I'll tell you one underrated film that I thought recently. में से बताऊं?
कोई भी क्लासिक भी हो सकता है, बाहर का, फॉरेन, कुछ भी, एनीथिंग.
I found Ugly underrated.
कश्यप सर.
Yeah, and I hadn't worked on the film or anything, but
See, I agree. Totally.
but I remember I watched this film and I think technically it was his best looking film. As the first
Yeah,
time I feel like he worked with a completely new crew that hadn't worked on all his other films before, and it kind of showed. It showed the newness and underrated. Yeah, I could say ugly maybe.
God.
Not, yeah, I don't know. There's so many movies I can underrated me.
Yeah, but I think that's a good answer. I think I would totally agree also. That you recently watched and you made you go insane कि भाई क्या film थी ऐसे होता है ना कि
अच्छा.
shit, if refresh हो गए भाई मजा आ गया ये तो
Recently मैंने ज़्यादा देखा नहीं है. I enjoyed Substance for what it was, but I think the last film that really hit me was the Florida Project. I think that is just beautiful. That film was just,
very nice.
it was just so much more.
Yeah.
And I feel like those films really hit home. And it's almost like, yeah, I just like films that have a lot of heart.
Interesting.
If they have a lot of heart, I'm in for it. Like, I like that.
Got it. And top directors who have inspired you, like, कि क्या काम करता है यार ये आदमी,
नए पुराने
कोई भी,
कोई भी.
directors you idolize or things like that. If you do.
I idolize anyone that's able to make a film and put it out there. I idolize any filmmaker that knows how to make it and how to screen it and put it out there for the people to judge. I respect that. That's a different hustle in itself, and you will not know what that hustle is until you do it.
Yep.
And I think filmmakers that are great, man. I think Satyajit Ray is maybe one of my favorites. I think Majid Majidi's films are beautiful. I watch all his movies except Muhammad, which I don't know where to watch only. It was banned in a lot of countries. I loved Asghar Farhadi's films. I think he's great.
Separation and all that.
Yeah, Salesman.
Separation भी मेरे को तो बहुत सही लगा.
Separation was beautiful, yeah. And also, see, these films are films I can also relate to. I have come from a family, from parents that separated and all. These films really hit. You get it. I really liked the movie Capernaum. I thought it was a beautiful film. It's about a kid that sues his own parents. And it's a Palestinian movie. It's set in Palestine. And it's about a young boy that takes his parents to court for giving birth to him. Saying, if you couldn't look after me, why did you give birth to me?
Fucking A.
And it's a small kid. The lead actor is a 7 or 8-year-old boy who takes his parents to court.
Oh, crazy.
It's beautiful.
Crazy.
It's heartbreaking. It's beautiful. It's a gorgeous film. Yeah, these Kurosawa is to legend only, but उनका नाम लेके फायदा नहीं है. No one will not take his name.
Yeah.
You know, so I love Shyam Benegal. Great.
Kadak.
So good.
So good, भाई.
So good.
Shit, man. Like, कैसे कैसे थे मैं तो समझ नहीं आता. Like, it's empirical. मेरे को नहीं लगता कोई process है. I feel science नहीं है, कोई art नहीं है, कोई god नहीं है. It's just हो जाता है. पता नहीं कैसे. मतलब, it's fucking beautiful.
And Kumalangi Nights, I think.
And आपने already दे दिए हैं, but clean reel के लिए top 3 recommendations जैसे letterboxd पे होता है ना, top 3 recommendation films that you want FFU community or others.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna say films that I really like, that are my all-time favorites.
Go for it.
Recommend करने में तो ठीक है. I think one of my favorite films is The Pianist by Roman Polanski. I think every frame in that film is reminiscent of a Rembrandt painting. It's just the grade, the color, the performances, the emotion in everything. The screenplay of everything that's happening in every scene. Like, every shot has purpose. Every dialogue has something. And that scene where he takes his watch off and he's sick in that apartment and he's on the good side of the Berlin Wall, and this one man comes and says, must be really good this side of the Berlin Wall, huh? Of the wall. And this guy, other guy who's come from the other side, is saying, must be good this side of the wall, huh? He's like, I don't know which side of the wall I'm on.
Yeah.
You know, and then he takes his watch out and he gives it to him and he says, are you sure? And he says, food's more important than time. You know, these things you can't I'll recommend a show. Like obviously most have watched it, but it's I think a show that really hit home for me was Chernobyl. And that one scene that just killed it for me in that show, that almost made me cry, was this one scene where the coal minister goes to talk, and recruit the coal miners to help at Chernobyl. Because they're like, yeah, I mean, what use of coal miners today? That the government's talking like that about their people. And the coal miner's there in this pristine baby blue color suit. And he's standing there and he's unable to tell these men that he's sending them to their death. And the main guy, the leader of the coal miners, walks up to him and he says, whatever you are asking them, just tell them the truth. They are coal miners. They work in the dark. They see everything. And I was like, dude, who says something like that, They work in the dark. They see everything. Just don't lie to them.
God.
And they will do whatever's needed. And I feel like there's a beauty in the way things like these are written. And yeah, I think the Florida Project. Yeah, man. रुला दिया फिल्म ने. Yeah, I honestly, I love anything that can move me really hard. If you can make me really cry and really feel, because being a filmmaker, if you're able to suck someone who's looking at technicalities into a story, bro, that film must really have some solid filmmaking prowess there. And I'm seeing shots and everything. मेरे को देख के समझ में आ रहा है कि क्या lenses होंगे, क्या कैमरा होगा, सब समझ में आ रहा है. उसके बावजूद मैं सीन में घुसा हुआ हूँ. Man, that is beyond. That is the mark of genius.
Crazy. ठीक है. Now, just one last thing, which would be any message to all the young filmmakers that are out there who are trying to make it, trying to get into cinema, trying to make films, and yeah.
I don't know, for filmmakers?
For filmmakers.
I feel like if there's one thing I have to tell young filmmakers is remember that art is not about applause or, awards. It's about intent. And I feel like if you have the right intention to make something and you are being honest about your work, that honesty will find its honest audience.
God.
Don't do what you are good at. Don't, at least to start with. The first film needs to come from here. After that, you can explore. But when I'm being introduced to you as a first-time maker, I want to get to know you more than I want to get to know the film. And I think your film talks about the person you are, your level of empathy, your level of, your depth as a human being.
Yeah.
And yeah, the other thing I would give aspiring filmmakers would be, unless you are ridiculously passionate, unapologetically, ridiculously passionate about this line of work, don't do it. Because you need an irrational amount of passion to actually survive here.
Understood.
There is no explanation for the shit that we do here.
Got it. Definitely, and कुछ पैसा हो, कुछ भी हो, it can't make up for the.
पैसा तो है यार, पैसा आ जाता है. If you're good at what you do, the money follows.
Yep.
But just if you're doing it, then just do it with all your heart.
God. ठीक है, अब इतना अंडरग्राउंड बातें करके एक कमर्शियल चीज आपको करने को कहूंगा मैं एक बार. इफ यू कुड से कि प्लीज सब्सक्राइब टू FFU और सब्सक्राइब
FFU
फिल्म्स फ्रॉम अंडरग्राउंड को एक बार सब्सक्राइब कर दो प्लीज.
ऑन व्हाट
ऑन YouTube नया खोला है, Instagram पे हैं ही हम. अच्छा. तो ये ऐसा कुछ थोड़ा
कैसे बोलना है, क्या बोलना है?
ऐसे बोल दो कि फिल्म्स फ्रॉम अंडरग्राउंड को सब्सक्राइब कर दो.
अच्छा. Hi, this is Jay Mehta. Please subscribe to Films from Underground on Instagram and YouTube.
Thank you. Yes. Okay. Done. कर दी marketing. Woohoo.